Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, there it is.
They can hear us?
Can
they see us?
No, they can't see us, and they never will.
Damn it.
All right, there.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Look at that. It's amazing.
Look at us.
It's like movie magic, right? Oh. Once we were on other channels, and now we're on this channel, and yet it still looks similarly the same.
New month, new haircuts.
Right? I shaved it from the right to the left this time instead of the left to the right.
You know what I've been doing? It's because that colic you got right there. You know what I've been doing since I gave you shit about it? Shaving my head in the shower.
Bro, it's so much nicer.
It's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And your
and
blades
the water
longer.
rinse. Yeah, and the blades last longer. The water seems to rinse everything out faster. It's just better. Yo, Techno Live in the house. Hello, everybody. So I guess let me kick off with the disclaimers.
Yeah, whatever.
So welcome to Next Level TSC. This is the talk show called Screaming at the Next Level. Today's show is brought to you by the number 18 assigned plus. It's rated M for mature. If you're over the age of 18, be responsible viewer and use headphones. Some of the language, content, or otherwise it's being presented here may not be appropriate for all members of your household. If you're under the age of 18, please ask mom, dad, guardian, dinosaur, whoever the hell dictates whether you can go play on the sidewalk, whether or not you're allowed to continue watching this show. And we still have our bleep buttons in case they say, no, you can't if they're swearing. Well, that.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Let's talk about today's. First of all, my name is DJBluePDX, and joining me is your show host extraordinaire, Twitch partner, former Facebook partner, Mixer partner. It is CupofRobots.
Hi.
Hello.
Good to see everybody. It is February. What is the date? February 2nd, which a lot of people don't know is International Don't Fucking Chew on the Mic Day. Just feel like that needs to be said. I've let it go for a couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah. No, we're definitely going to have that conversation with people. So let's talk about what today's show is covering. I'm really glad Techno's actually here because Techno is one of my favorite people in the world. Doc is here. And a huge shout out to the Respawn All-Stars who are all there. But today's content topic is called Content and You. And this is going to be our kind of focus for the month of February. So we've decided that we're going to be starting and moving forward, going with different themes of the month. Now, does that mean we're going to stick with the theme? We're going to talk a little bit about it and kind of see how we can work our own content into the topic du jour. So, Content and You. The question is, the fuck are you doing and why? How can you do or make or create or produce better content? What can you change to make content better? And this is going out for both content creators and producers. The reason why this is important, and I'm going to just throw myself under the bus on this one. Do you mind if I just leap in and run?
Yeah.
Here we go. So last night I got called on my shit a little bit. And rightfully so. I did. Doc Chaos had a little sip of the hoo-ha stuff. By the way, I have a really fragrant Junmai Ginjo sake.
Ooh, nice.
And that's a very slow sipper. And I chilled it out with an ice cube that I want to get out of there because I don't want it to soften. I'll chew on that for a second. No, I'm not, because you know what? That's one of the things we're going to talk about. People, this is bothersome. Man.
God. I hate you.
The only time that's valid is when you're trying to be quiet in a closet in a game that responds to your microphone, like Phasmophobia. And then when you're all of you are in the closet together and you don't want anybody to die, that's when you grab every tortilla chip, every Ruffles, every Pringle, everything you can.
Okay, well,
and you crunch on it
for comedic purposes. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I did that, because I know it's going to drive everybody crazy. I must have covered on dog before I just realized my camera's picking everything up. Shout out to Logitech for that. So here's the thing. I, yesterday, forwarded my stream over to Luckland FTW, because he's the lead, one of our lead designers for Insula. And he had a stream going, was doing cool dev stuff. I ended up having meetings and things that lasted much longer, and it was one of those days where everybody and their brother decided to call me and go, hey, holy shit, what do I do?
Mm-hmm.
The statement I made in Discord was, I'm going to be late starting the stream today. I never ended up streaming yesterday. What I didn't do was follow through and let the community know, hey, I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to end up streaming. It's the equivalent of saying, hey, do you want to meet up and go to the zoo? Sure, we'll meet up outside the zoo and we'll all head in together. Cool. I'm going to be late getting to the zoo. Some people are like, okay, well, we can hang out with each other in the zoo, or we can just hang out and wait outside for you at the zoo. And they wait until closing and the zoo closes and I never show up. because I was a rude asshole and didn't bother to call anybody and say, I won't be at the zoo. That
sounds heartbreaking.
Yeah. So, and it was a valid point. So when you ask, anytime I want to give advice about things, I also want to make sure that I'm calling myself on my own shit, because the fact of the matter is none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes, but at the same time, it's that ability to take yourself out of the equation, look at the situation and go, okay, I can totally see why that could be a problem. And the reason that's a problem with the content that we create is because we need credibility, viability, and consistency in order to create a product that is going to be palatable and marketable, not just to those people and companies who trust us with their brands, but also with the communities of extraordinary mods and content creators and up-and-coming content creators and supporters who are there every day because they enjoy our content. Sometimes our own emotional status gets in the way. Sometimes you just need a mental health day. But as a content creator, it's important that we are honest with our communities, even if we don't feel like we need to be, because we're embarrassed or otherwise. Looking at myself here on this one. But when things get out of hand, tell people, be honest about it. That is if there's one thing I can say, there we go. And a big shout out to Doc Chaos, who legitimately kicked me 2 inches from my testicles last night, going, hey, get it together.
Those are the best. So those are the best.
Cheers
people.
to Doc. Cheers to Doc Chaos, because he knows.
Doc Chaos.
Yeah. Cheers to Doc Chaos. There you go. So,
no, that's great. It's great to have people like that in your community too, because actually I get frustrated when I don't like being placated. And like, if I ask for an opinion, like from the community or something, they're like, whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. Like, that's not why I asked. like,
exactly.
If I was gonna just do me, we wouldn't be having this issue. You know, we wouldn't be having this conversation. So having like genuine feedback like that is incredibly valuable to creators. Yeah, and it only makes us better, you know. And the new logo for NextLevel looks like a robot, and I approve. It looks like a little one of those things. One of those guys from Apex Legends Season 8 just dropped today. #ad.
There we go. There we go. You know, I'm waiting for Dragonite to teach me how to play that game. I mean, I've played it before, but I had to shoutcast it for E3, and I discovered during that instance that I was great at entertaining people and terrible at shoutcasting Apex.
Oh, you're the color commentator.
Thank you.
That's how I go through life. I sat on my Astros today, by the way.
How did that go?
As a mix of pleasure and pain. It popped off. It popped off this top situation.
Well, that they're supposed to. You can trade these things out for varying different colors. I've got like 9 different colors. I've got white ones. I've got blue ones, gray ones, green ones, silver ones. Yeah, you can. These are designed to pop out and trade out. Like I could put an A40 flipper, the little centerpiece. I can put the A41 in the A50, 50 in the 40. It doesn't matter.
They're all twisty.
Also, rip. Okay.
Rip. XOXO.
I know. So that I know. I do that wearing a Twitch sweater and t-shirt.
Oh, like, I got a nice package in the mail today. Speaking
really, from Twitch?
No, I got my Facebook Gaming Welcome Partner package.
It's a bit late for that, don't you think?
It's very nice.
Like, wait a minute.
And apparently they're sending me a hoodie as well, which I will accept graciously.
Now
they're a little backlogged. They're a little backlogged, apparently.
Did you come to terms with them or no?
I don't want to be over there.
That's all that needs to be said then. That's all that needs to be said then.
It's just I feel like they have the potential for greatness, but much
not
like
there yet.
Much like Facebook's other products, they seem to be stepping on their own feet, and which is causing them to not walk before they run. I thought they were doing a really good job of walking before they were running, but then they're trying to implement multiple things at once. Did you know there's 2 streamer dashboards and each have different functionality?
Because they want to see who uses what and what uses who for their research.
But they keep pushing the new one that sucks, that has less functionality. Like, I just don't get it.
Yeah.
They're like, go here, do this.
Because some idiot that got their job by using buzzwords and not actually being qualified to do the job. Let me put this into perspective. Well, you know what? Actually, I'm not, because I'm not going to call them out at the moment. I'll let it slide for right now. I'll say this about that. I'm overjoyed to be able to do things with many of our, I'm going to say, family members from the Mixer partnership groups who have found their way back over to Twitch. And I understand why. It's the reasons why I didn't go to the other side in the first place. But with that being said, today's topic does have relevance, especially along this line, because the question is content and you. Like, that's our topic of the month. And I feel it's important because part of that understanding of how can you make better content? What kind of changes can you make to your content? And going as, for content creators and producers, part of that conversation involves determining where your home needs to be. I was originally on Twitch. I was originally on Twitch as an esports partner and then went to Mixer. And I felt that's where I wanted to make my community. And so bringing the community back to Twitch was at first sad and scary because it wasn't where I wanted to be. And I wasn't aware of the changes that have been made, in some cases, to an extent, here. What I knew is that it was a case of the lesser of two evils. At least here I can DJ, I can use my bots. I'm familiar with at least the mainstream of the platform, and I didn't have to worry about people not feeling comfortable with their identity being anything. So for me, Twitch worked. Now we have the upcoming future of Glimish or Glimesh. I'm not even sure how the fuck to say it. I just know that I already have a page over there that you can follow if you want, because I want to diversify the content that I am creating. And I think that brings up a very interesting point about how to make those choices, or at least to take the opportunity to look at those choices and your chances. Because when you looked at Beam was a thing and everybody's like, Beam.pro, what the shit is that? But I went out on a limb and was like, all right, I'll just secure it so that nobody else grabs it. Turns out it was very much worth it. It became the future of my career. Now, you who've been a partner on every one of these platforms, you'd be a person that I think would be a really great resource for that type of information when you start looking at what are some of the advantages, what are some of the focus points, and what are some of the elements that you look at when deciding if this is a platform you're going to be seeking out to continue your career push with. And what point do you stop jumping platforms in order to establish and mainstay your home?
Well, my whole thing is, and I've said this, I said this on Twitter a couple weeks ago, more than a couple weeks ago, because I've been on Twitch since 2014, and then Mixer seemed really appealing to me because I was frustrated with the partnership program on Twitch.
Agreed.
And so I was like, wow, Mixer seems really cool. And I play everything on Xbox, and it's a Microsoft thing. And I thought that would be a really good place for me. I always had a hard time finding people to play with and things like that on Twitch. Like, my community was like, we play on PC. Everybody plays on PC on Twitch, at least starting out back then. And So I went over there and I checked it out, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I decided to fully move over there after 2 years of being a partner, or after a year and a half of being a partner, whatever it was. And then I got yelled at because somebody reported me, and they said, you're not supposed to do that. And I was like, well, I was doing, different content, but whatever, didn't matter. Got yelled at. So then I came back, and then, God, what was the drama that was happening? There was some drama, because there's always Twitch drama where they make some product change that disrupts everything, or they may had some controversy or something, and I said, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna go full on Mixer and get partnership and do that, and so that's obviously frustrating for my community, right? And then we all know what happened with Mixer. I came back to Twitch, and everybody's like, yeah, you're back. And I'm like, yeah, I'm back. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm going to try Facebook gaming because I'm curious about it. I don't ever like asking somebody for their experience with something, because I feel like, it could be, you have one person saying it's great.
It's unique.
And so I always want to find out for myself. So I said on Twitter, I'm like, I'm not a platform jumper. I'm the person you guys all ask for, like, how is it? What is it? What about it? And that's why I do that, because I want to be able to give the answers, and I don't want to ask the questions.
Right.
Because there's obviously not anything wrong with being the person asking the questions. It's just not how I'm wired. Like, if I have the ability to learn something, I will learn it. And for myself, rather than judging something based on other people's opinions. And then I will give a objective opinion of it. That's not colored by anything that any personal issues I might have with something. I could be very objective about Facebook. I can be very objective about Twitch. Do I choose to all the time? No.
Yeah,
but I can.
Sometimes it's nice to just have an opinion, an attitude about it. Yeah.
But that being said, what do you want to know? What do you want to talk about? I'm happy to talk about it. And diversification, before we get into what would you like to say? I'm going to talk more.
Yeah, there you go.
Diversification and streaming and content, and you have to understand what it is. It's not restreaming.
Right. No.
Okay. I've always disagreed with restreaming, because it's just like
you're splitting your viewership between multiple different sources when it should be unified.
Right. And even if the chat is all unified like it is on Restream, the community isn't unified. The people watching aren't unified.
Right.
One of the best things you can do to get out of a horrible drunken chat as a bartender is say to, hey, Steve, did you know Brad over here does this and this and this? And then you can walk away, and then they start talking to their friends, and then you have two people sitting at your bar instead of one, and that's how it grows. And and the same thing is with Twitch chat or streaming chat. I just don't think restreaming is correct, because that's not what diversification is. What it is creating YouTube content that directs people to. It's a content funnel. It's the stuff that you've fallen for in emails. Like it's all this stuff. It's a sales funnel. You have your main content. The main goal is to get people on your Twitch channel, kind of. But that's going to be your main point of live engagement with your community, right? So everything leads to there. Your TikToks, your Instagram, your YouTube, your all of that stuff. And if you are going to stream on another platform and you want to be following the rules of especially if you're a partner on Twitch, you can't stream the same content.
Right.
On another platform. So I could have a talk show on YouTube but never have a talk show on Twitch, and that's how I get around that.
Yep.
There's no 24-hour limit and crap like that, and people don't understand legalese and stuff, so they think that, well, if you wait 24 hours, you can just go over to somewhere else. No, you can't.
Dance down how that works.
So it has to be different, and I've skirted that a couple times, which is
interesting because if when did you become, just not to interrupt, but when did you become partner on Twitch?
2017, the beginning of 2017.
Oh, okay. So because, for example, those of us who had legacy partnerships, the legacy contracts, the OGs, there was no other streaming platform at the time that was the same. So that wasn't anywhere in the contract. There wasn't an end of term. There wasn't an update. There was this is how it is. That's how it is. Mm-hmm. But there was also limitations to the adjustments that you could make. For example, if you were one of the team leads in a partnership contract, you couldn't have a separate channel and assert partnership and try and achieve partnership because you already partnered, even though you were under a different header and a different name. Mm-hmm. Depending on the legacy contract and whoever wrote the contract, it differentiated vastly.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny because there are some people who can do whatever the hell they want because they are OG legacy, before even I was partnered, and they can go and stream whatever they want, whenever they want, wherever they want, because Twitch didn't really write that in correctly to begin with.
Well, they may have
to see how many different people.
They may have changed it and never told anybody, though. It's important to keep looking at your contract on Twitch.
Agreed.
They change shit all the time. And there's the one part that never changes in the Twitch contract is the part where they say we can change the shit whenever we want.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that doesn't change.
Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, you don't want to just stream at a bunch of places. You want to create content that makes people interested in learning more about you. And that doesn't necessarily mean here's my stream, here's the VOD, and I'm going to put it on YouTube. That's not, people don't watch VODs on YouTube. It's making short form content, a little bit long form, 10, 15 minutes and stuff that is really engaging and brings people to your other stuff.
Yeah. Make a synopsis video. Take some of the best pieces of what happened during that 8-hour stream, and if you want, self-narrate it.
Sure.
Talk about what was funny, what was hilarious, what was unique, why it was funny. Do a several days worth of, and then do 2 videos a week on YouTube of this week on CupofRobots, or this last week with DJBluePDX. Check out these ridiculous highlights. Bam! Make a highlight reel, and if you don't know how, find someone who does and either learn, pay them, or look online for classes on how to do it. There are YouTube videos for YouTube videos on YouTube. It's absurd.
I make all of these. I just pulled up on a window my YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
And YouTube is testing something called Shorts right now. And all you need to do to what's that result? Hot crams. All you need to do to make a YouTube short is make sure it's vertical or square in orientation for the video, and make sure it's less than 60 seconds, and put hashtag shorts and somewhere in the title or description. But you don't even necessarily need to do that because YouTube will pick up its length and orientation and label it as a short. Shorts are only viewable, discoverable on mobile, and they're like their answer to TikTok. And once it's done being tested, it's going to be like TikTok with filters and all this crap. But right now it's just literally just upload a thing. But they're getting crazy push from the algorithm. This is a horrible video. My one that I did on January 28th. Over in one night, it got 23,396 views.
Jesus Marimba.
But then the one I did before that, this one, that's a minute, that's only gotten 9 views. It hasn't gotten picked up by the algorithm, and I don't think it will, because that was from January 22nd. The one before that, 13,000. Then I had one that did 10,005, 12,000. But so it keeps going up. The more you use YouTube, the more the algorithm favors your shorts. This is going to be huge, especially with if you're creating content, if you're doing live streams on YouTube. I did a small test live stream on YouTube. The next day, that short blew up to 23,000.
Yeah, damn, dude.
And the theory is, and me and my manager have been testing different things, and we talk about it every week. The algorithm favors people who use the algorithm. I've noticed that these shorts get more boosts the more I watch shorts on my phone. And then this one is my highest viewed video ever. And it happened the day after I live streamed on YouTube. So it's similar.
Interesting.
It's similar.
Yeah, it's basically watch for watch.
It's similar to Instagram's algorithm, where Instagram really likes it if you use all their toys. So if you use IGTV, Reels, Stories, and Photos, your content will be pushed out to more people because you're using all of their stuff.
Yeah, I don't have time for that shit.
It's what YouTube seems to be doing as well. I'm very curious to see what happens after clips are released, because live streams now get clips, and those will go right into shorts.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be dope with a small edit, just changing the aspects. And these aren't good. Like, this one is really bad, and a lot of people in the comments have told me that it's really bad. This is all it is. I have my Twitch on there,
and that's it.
That's it. And then I kill 3 people with a DMR.
And that got to by 23,000. Interesting.
Yes, and I got a lot of people telling me that I'm horrible at the game.
Shots, bro. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm watching that because I know there's a little bit of a delay, but like, that was, to be fair, good shot.
Hey, thanks.
And you know, it is something that is, I don't know. I have an issue with the algorithms because, like, for example, I know people who weren't getting notified that their streamers, they're people they follow and or subscribe to, were going live on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook Gaming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, the whole fucking point of these people following and being subscribers and supporters is so they know that the entertainment that they find valuable is available when it goes live. And if the trick is that, oh, we want you to be a more in-depth user of products that you may not find valuable or may not fit what you're trying to do on your brand, well, then you can go fuck yourself. That's when the platforms need to suck it. Because the algorithms are broken, and whoever the fuck is in the back of your goddamn IT department thinking up this crazy bullshit has clearly never done our job.
Yeah, that seems like it's the case pretty often. Yeah. Here's a new little section of your Twitch dashboard that tells you how many of your followers have notifications turned on.
What? Of my Twitch dashboard or the partner dashboard? Of
your personal dashboard. So if you go to,
it's under on the left-hand side.
Yeah, go down to channel stream summary, follower, and it'll go all the way down to the bottom right. How did your go live notification perform? I have 1,100 people turned on out of my 8,175 followers. So 13.5% of people have notifications turned on for me.
I'm at 12.8.
So
interesting.
So that's a good thing to have, and it's actually interesting because Facebook Gaming is very transparent about who looks at your stuff and from where, and they will tell you flat out, this is how you get more people to turn notifications on, by doing this and this and this and saying this, and it's really helpful. And I'd like to think that Twitch inherited this good idea from them. because I think it is valuable to know and take some of the mystery out of it, you know. and your details on, I'm not sure if I'm breaking any rules, but we're doing this anyway. You can see exactly where all your views are coming from. And I mean
that I have looked at, and I do really admire that segment. You know, like, for example, it's and it's been really interesting watching.
Your analytics also show which channels you have viewers in common with mine. So you can see where, like, if you were going to focus on networking, these are where you would focus, you know, like, right. Oh, these are like people who like me, like you, like this and this and this and this and this. And these are the people you want to hang out with. And all this stuff is super, super useful. None of which existed in 2014 or 2017 right. or 2018. Like, this is all
no, they're having to step it up. But
and it'll tell you, you get the whole list of your going live notifications, how each one performs.
And I do want to point this out. If you are uncomfortable with figuring out what the hell these stats mean, or you're feeling like, I just don't understand it, half the time, neither do we. And that's okay.
And we no one actually
sent us no one actually sent us a guidebook and said, hey, this is how this shit works.
Nope.
Not never happened.
Happens on Facebook.
Okay. There we go. Now, in regards to our topic, I had a situation that I discovered occurred that is something I'd like to loosely discuss, which I thought was interesting. And again, it feeds back into content in you. What are you doing and why? What are you doing and why doesn't necessarily just apply to the type of content that you're creating, whether or not you've decided to venture into something new, like tower defense games instead of FPS, just because it interests me for a little while. Or maybe you want to try DJing for a bit. Maybe you want to try doing talk shows. You want to try dog training or dog grooming. Who cares? If it's what you love, do it. But it also goes into your presence and brand representation on social media. And I want to make this very clear that this is a virtually hypothetical situation. So, if you are on a social media platform that is not Twitch, engaging in situations, behaviors, language, or potentially toxic conversations that can or possibly have been, well, let's just say this, that are not necessarily appropriate or fringing that boundary of things you shouldn't be doing, please keep in mind there's such a thing as a screenshot. So when a screenshot is taken of something and you get called on it, and someone, let's say, who has a podcast were to question you about that, holding the screenshot in hand, and you lie about it, it takes a lot of accountability and credibility and perseverance and restraint to not call you on your shit. Now, people, I'm going to throw a few situations out here, none of which, or some of which, or only one of which may actually be involved in the situation, but I'm going to say this. If you are discussing anything with someone who's presented themselves as a minor, and you are not a minor, I don't give a fuck what your best intentions are. first person you need to be involving is their parents. You want to destroy your career real fast? Then that's how you would do it. By saying, you know what? You're smart. You're almost 18. You can go ahead and smoke weed. That's not your fucking position to take. It's also not responsible. And also, it's not your fucking kid. End of story. I don't give a shit what your opinion is. It's called the relationship between a minor and their parent or guardian, and you being a social media influencer and or streamer. Anytime that you are encouraging or influencing anyone under the age of 18 to do anything that is potentially illegal or a violation of their parents' rule set, whether or not you agree with them, I don't give a fuck if it's some country bumpkin out in the middle of nowhere who believes in incest. That is, if you believe illegal activities are happening that are violating the child's welfare, then you need to get a hold of authorities. That's not your job to take on that mission. Set boundaries. Understand what boundaries are, why they are important, and why they are part of the safety net that secures and protects your brand, the people who've invested in your brand, and the companies who've invested in you. Because it's driving me nuts watching some people online do really stupid things.
You know, you said a lot. And you said you wanted to talk about it loosely, and I'm sitting here like, I can't ask anything. I am. But yes, I agree with everything. Yeah. Shit, dude.
Yeah.
You've been dealing with some shit lately.
In other news, did you hear about and in other news, did you hear about what's happened? Like, there's this, of course, lays into this whole process and policy of Twitch and their questionably loose-ended enforcement of their policies. If the content that you're creating is pushing the envelope with regards to what's considered appropriate, it is better to err on the side of safety than to err on the side of risk, unless you are able to compensate that and accept failure if you fuck up. So, and that comes down to a lot of different things, but your content is important. The quality of the content is important. The genuine nature of your authenticity can either validate or invalidate the quality of what you're doing and its purpose. I hope that makes sense. Did I say that right?
I think so.
Yeah. Integrity is important.
Yeah.
Like, it is imperative, because this is very raw. We're not editing a video so that it can come down and look perfect. We're out here talking to you in the real, exploring and experiencing games, talk shows, music, etc. in the real.
And it just happens to look perfect.
It happens to look the way that it looks. You know, some days I have bags under my eyes. Sometimes I don't.
I do all the time.
Skinceuticals.
Skinceuticals.
It's a cosmetic brand. I actually been using it now, and it's actually helping me with recovering some of my dry skin issues, like, so that I'm not all puffy.
Skinceuticals.
It's called Skinceuticals.
Like skin suit. Like what the demon
in CEUTICALS.
The demon in The Medium keeps calling you my little skin suit.
Skinceuticals. Skinceuticals. Where your neighbor look better.
We're fucked up. But that was my one thing, and I watched people go back and forth and call people out, and there was a situation that involved a viewer on somebody else's channel, and we have the opportunities as content creators, and it's Everybody's personality is different. I'm not saying you have to do this, but I'm saying that it should be an option you consider. When you have a chance to create a learning opportunity or a teaching opportunity for someone who's done something that's inappropriate or wrong, use it. Take the chance that you may be saving somebody else's potential future by allowing them to learn instead of chastising and chasing them down to a point of harassment. It's always a process. But when it comes to your content, you have to safeguard and set boundaries and make sure that you're aware of how far you want to go in those boundaries and how far you want to push those boundaries. For me, it became whether or not multiplayers or campaigns reached that level of toxicity that I was no longer having fun. So I stopped. And it's important that as a streamer, as you are up and coming, whether you are bigger than we are, smaller than we are, working on being better, know when to set a boundary. Don't do it just for the views. Don't do it just for the subs. Do it because it's important. Do it because it matters. Do it because it applies to your brand. It is something that is applicably promotional without being potentially destructive. These are important little things that add up to a lot of what shapes how other people see your channel. And to bring this all back around to the first thing that was talked about, for example, reliability and accountability. I failed on that yesterday. Part of that means cultivating a community that is comfortable coming to you and saying, hey, can you not do this shit? And they were right to do so. But being able to take that feedback, that constructive feedback, and applying it to how you manage and push forward is important. It shows not only your viewers and your community that they are valuable to you, but it also keeps things in mind as it goes, hey, by the way, none of us are perfect. We're all still learning. Some of us have just learned more and still have more to learn.
Yeah, you never reach that point. If what's preventing you from going full on into something that you want to do, you think you don't know enough, you'll never know enough to start. You just have to start.
Yep.
It's like people who say, I don't think we're ready to have a baby, when longtime parents are like, you're never fucking ready to have a baby.
Ever.
You just
As
have
a nanny,
to do it.
No parent is ever ready.
You just have to kind of dive in and figure it out as you go.
Yep. Puppies. I'm feeling like that with puppies. It didn't matter how ready we thought we were. Trust me, the bed that was destroyed 2 minutes before we started the show.
Oh God.
No, you have no. It was all I could do to not physically put them into the closed arena upstairs. So I teased them with ice, got them in there, shut the door, and then ate the ice cubes in front of them, stared them down, and walked downstairs. Now, am I wrong for doing that?
Oh,
probably.
Poor dog.
But that was a $245 dog bed.
They'll buy you another one. They're good for it.
Right? None of that. What are you doing with your image over there?
I don't know.
Yeah, they did. They went from toddlers to John.
Yours.
They looked like they went from toddlers to John Cena in a period of 5 months. No lie, and it's absurd.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But they're also amazing. So I love them, and I guess that all feeds back to the topic, I guess. So, like, what can you do shit to make your content better? Do something original. Stop stealing other people's content. That's a good thing.
Get rest.
Yeah. Also, can I just say this and not be sounding like a bitch? Look, if somebody does something cool that you find entertaining and you like, great. If somebody does something that you see as getting views, so you copy it so that you can get views, and then actively try and stream at the same time they are to get their views, stop being a dick. That's just content.
It is.
If you can't be original and you can't balance your content with what you can uniquely create, my guess is maybe you shouldn't be a content creator. If you can't reinvent the wheel in new and different ways and find innovation in a way that is going to be representative of your personality, you need to step back and rethink the process. Yeah, troll trends on Twitter, also true. There's that kid. Yeah.
You're so much more hip than I am.
Hip?
Yeah. I don't know.
Because I have both of them still, and they're
Sure.
probably due for...
Yeah, you're at least
Like-
twice as hip as I am.
Wait, do you only have one?
I just
Did you
walk
have one?
around in a circle.
It's just like, oh!
Oh, we're
Paddle
serving up
boats
hot
are a bitch for you, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Oh, I don't know who
How do
any of
you
these
bike
people.
one side at a time?
That's right.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I have 3 legs.
There you go. There you go. It's just rowing. Rowing with a chicken. How can you tell DJ had a really long night? Well, we found him in a paddle boat with a very large rubber chicken trying to go in circles.
Was
What
it
was he doing?
Tuesday?
What was he doing? Somehow he was going in a square, and we're still confused by this. Was it in water? It was in the neighbor's pool. Oh. Well, it's not the first time.
Oh, Tuesdays.
Yes, it must be Tuesday. So, yeah.
I don't know what's going on with the lighting behind me. It's horrible.
Yeah, it works.
I don't know. I don't know what else to talk about.
I'll tell you one thing we could talk about that I saw that happened that was interesting. So some guy, I saw it on Twitter, and I don't know what happened to it. There was a guy on, and I want to say it's something times or T times, and it's T_T1MEZ or E7 or something like that. This dude actively shit rated somebody on stream and was watching it as it was happening, and said, he says, and he said, he said something about gift a sub or he was going to give them something for everybody who could show that they got banned in her chat for toxic.
Oh, so he was
language.
instructing them to be toxic, and he would give them subs.
Yeah, and it, like, last I checked, his channel got banned. But again, who in the actual thinks of stupid shit like this? I think it's T times or T_times. And I believe it was spelled T1MEZ or T1ME7. T_T1ME7.
T_.
But
T1ME.
again, these types of toxic shit posting Reddit fucking 4chan stupidity just boggles the mind as to how stupid you can be to risk a channel
I saw
that
this,
has
yeah.
succeeded by being an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
You're a streamer and a content creator and a partner. You make your living off of other people's generosity. Don't be a shit fuck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. I swore in front of your mom. Hi.
There. I helped you. We'll fix it in post.
There we go. But, you know, it's important. When you see things happen like this, it boggles my mind, because I look at that and I think, how does that get traction? How does that gain traction? How does that gain a fluid flow of people to watch? Short for the bleeps, damn it. But I look at these other content creators who are striving and consistently striving to be better and to improve the quality of their content, to improve the availability of their schedule, and to do new and amazing things on stream. And I want to be as supportive as possible, while also not forgetting that's exactly where we came from. So if I ever end up being the size of that guy's stream, pray to God I never end up somehow losing my shit and thinking it's okay to be an asshole. Because if that's what that size means, I'm fine staying just where I am.
Yeah. Yep. Basically, I think what this is.
It's a douchebag frat boy from hell.
Fucking kids, man. These goddamn kids.
All right. Yeah, no, his page he's been banned. His page is gone. His whole channel's gone.
I'm seeing him on Twitter. I saw this the other day, and I looked past it, because a lot of times I will look past this shit because I just can't fucking stand it. Like,
right, it's just annoying, but I knew I needed some juice in case we needed extras.
Yeah, we're gonna get really mad about.
Well, it's a good example of, hey, think about what you're doing, people.
Yeah, God, it's a piece of shit, dude, man. There's so many piece of shit dudes. So many piece of shit dudes. Don't be a piece of shit.
Right.
That's content creation 101. You know what I want to come back? What was that show that was it was a sketch comedy, but it was a prank show, and it had that guy with the all of a sudden you would hear a really loud Nokia ringtone, and you hear this guy, hello, and it's a giant person-sized phone that he all of a sudden comes around the corner on. That's the kind of content that the world needs. Okay, that's classic grade A trolley shit.
Yep.
None of this stuff.
Yeah,
that shit's easy.
Yeah, it's easy to be an asshole. It takes effort to be creative.
It does.
And putting forth a little effort helps the world a long way. So, Captain Cool, you called. So, but yeah, I think that's
Platinum.
That's pretty much all I have to say about it. So there you go. So next week, I think we'd love to have a Twitter poll possibly about if you had to be referred to as a skin suit by a celebrity, who would you hope referred to you only as a skin suit?
Whose skin suit would you like to be?
Right. At what point would it ever be appropriate to be skinned by a celebrity? I feel like this whole line of questioning is why we are doing this show about content and you. Things you shouldn't say on stream, but we'll do it in a podcast. What the
Nope.
Jennifer Aniston. Are we supposed to answer?
No, that was actually rhetorical.
Oh.
If you get made into a skin suit, like, all I can think of is if I get made into a skin suit, my dick fell off, and that's a problem.
You remember those those like water worms that they're like a thick balloon that had water in them, that they're all slippery and they had a hole through the middle, and like you try to squeeze them and they pop out of your hands.
You mean the original flashlight?
Yes. You know what I'm talking about, though, don't you? Like you squeeze it.
I broke many. I broke many. As a child, I broke many.
That's what I just thought of when you said my dick fell off when we were talking about skin suit.
I don't even know if you could find those anymore. Water weenies. They were water worms. Yeah, because you could do like that, and then
they just go everywhere.
And
Matt, how do you have such good hand-eye coordination? Well, let me tell you, I got really good at jerking off this toy.
It's like the shake weight. Yeah. How do you use it? I don't know. But you know what? My forearms seem to be really well managed for this. Quick, do you know what happens if you act now? You get 2. Awesome. I'm going to be super popular in West Hollywood. How did you get out of your traffic ticket? I had my shake weight with me.
Water sleeves. What are those called?
Reasons that I almost got grounded multiple times.
Water worm.
No, water wings are the ones that go over the arm.
Oh, don't Google water worm. Holy shit, those are terrifying. Let's share with the class.
Oh God, what did you find?
I Googled water worm.
The song is called, there's a song called Detachable Penis by King Missile from the 90s.
Let's take a look at this. This is a water worm.
Oh, yeah.
This is not what I was
those
thinking.
things are psycho. Those things are fucking psycho. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yeah, do you see the barbed fangs on the mouth?
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
lampreys. Those things are gigantic and they can get huge in deep sea. And then all of a sudden you wonder why you got pulled down in the dark. Well, that's what happens. There's a reason why they stopped filming The Abyss. It's because that's what was down below. Oh, God.
So I Googled water balloon noodle thing with a hole in the middle. Let's see what...
This, I don't feel like this is something we should be having on the screen.
Wait.
Oh, Lord.
There we go. Hide explicit results.
There we go. Thank God.
This isn't...
Jesus fucking Christ.
They don't fucking exist anywhere.
And I don't think people know what they are anymore. But yeah, so if you imagine a circular loop balloon that had a, like, basically it was a tube that you could put your finger through. So basically they were hard to hold on to. And instantly, like, if you had one and you let go downhill, obviously the weight of the water would allow it would feed through itself and would basically turn inside out and just roll. So if you held it like this, the weight would pull the rubber from the inside. It was like a hemorrhoid donut, but it was smaller and longer. And what young people, we did many awkward and unnecessarily. I'm not even want to talk about this anymore. That's it.
This is
that looks very much like it.
It looks kind of like it, but like it looks like an updated version of it. You know what I mean? Smiley face, water wigglers,
water wiggler,
water snake. That one was called. This one has smiley faces on it. That doesn't look great at all.
Because that's not terrifying when you're doing things.
Oh, there's a little jellyfish in there.
That show what it now. It
you can see the hole at the end there.
Is there a hole in the middle?
Yeah, see that? Zooming in right there.
Yep, that's it. All right, I'm ordering one so that I can have it on stream, and I'm going to show y'all how inappropriate this toy was. Because do you put an air in that?
Water snake.
Christ on a fucking cracker.
Wiggler. Now, if I were to, let's say, procure a sponsorship for this show that was Nair, do you think Torben would let us? Like, if we got Nair to sponsor this show?
I would never use it because I don't. That product is terrifyingly destructive and it destroys people's bodies and private zones.
We're gonna have to delete this VOD now because they're never gonna do it when we see the VOD.
But I would like to for waterweenie.org. Let's not have that be ever a thing that I get to say
.org. It's a whole organization. It's a whole thing.
Waterweenie.org. It's a civilization. It's like Waterworld. Except for it's water weenies.
Toys? Snake wigglies?
I feel like this show is taking a side turn that is possibly, probably, potentially, perhaps be awkward. Also, why are there religious-based bots on Twitch?
What are you talking about?
There are religious-based bots on Twitch that are, dear God, that is burning it burns my soul.
You know what's funny is
the fact that you said it like Satan.
I haven't used this in many, many years, which means I've packed this and moved this at least 3 times.
I think what's scary, it puts the lotion in the basket.
Oh my God, it's so crusty.
God, don't get on your skin, bro.
It's so crusty. What is it? What? Come on, Sony. There you go. Look at that crust. Ooh. It's for you. This crust,
ladies and gentlemen, a chemical burn waiting to happen.
It
does. It looks like a battery
acid.
Don't put it on your skin. Yeah.
Don't put the lotion on your skin. All right. I'm totally oh my God, it's in stock on February 8th, 2021. You too can have warm, fuzzy toys, water snake, Wiggly's penguin toy.
What the fuck? All right. I may just go ahead and order some just so that I can show you all what they do.
Let me just get you a link here. And just so you know, for every one of these, I do make money. Oh my God, GM from Dark Chaos. What do we got?
Oh God, don't do it.
I'm gonna see it. I'm not gonna open it on screen because it's probably a water snake.
Oh, is it a water snake, bro?
What's inside the Disney Frozen Squishy Water Wiggly toy? It's a video. Nair. Probably.
Hey there, everyone. This is Sarah. Welcome back. Today, I have another edition of...
I can't stand your voice. Stop it.
It's bonkers. Is it a giant waterworm?
Sarah, welcome back.
Oh God, there's a what's inside a Disney Frozen Squishy Water Wiggly toy.
Yeah.
This time we'll be opening up this Disney Frozen.
Oh yeah.
I found this
Get in
at
there.
Walmart for $2. It was on clearance.
What in the fuck is the voice?
I know.
Is or was, but I thought this would be super fun to open up this.
Hey everybody, it's Elsa. I'm here to open up.
Hi, I'm so glad you're here to watch my video. Make sure you click like and subscribe.
Do your nails if you're gonna do a close-up like this. Jesus!
For the love of shit, people.
It says Disney Frozen there on the front.
It's a...
And inside
You can tell she has anxiety because of her cuticles.
and a few of the
Speaking from experience!
Okay, so now I want everybody to see that. Now look at that. Do you see how there's a hole in the middle? Dear Liza, and it kind of...
stick your fingers through.
And now you understand why every 10-year-old boy had one
And they come
growing up.
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
And she, like,
look at how she can't
everything
hold on
she's
to it.
doing with her fingers is so inappropriate, and yet exactly what they were for.
This video is not for children.
Let's get the
No, it's not. And that's...
inside.
Yeah.
Oh, get in there.
Right? Oh, now, don't put scissors in it.
Oh, God. I got her in the face.
Water would
Why would you cut it pointing up? You know that shit got all over the fucking.
And now she'll never have arm hair again on her right arm.
Right? No.
Now drink it.
Let's cut the rest of this open so we can take out.
Drink it, or I will not subscribe to your channel. Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it.
Ironically, it's also similar to how circumcisions are performed. All right.
These are really cute.
So, am I allowed to say that on stream? Okay.
We'll fix it. Oh my God, there's like 10 minutes left of the video.
Fucking who? Why is it? First of all, what the hell is that? What the hell is that face on that thing? That's like.
Is that snowman guy?
It's like the 4chan face.
What is his name? Floyd?
I don't.
The snowman? Is it Floyd?
I'm gonna call him Sickle. Icicle.
Olaf.
Olaf the icicle. Olaf the snowman. Olaf the melting snowman had a giant elk named Sven.
Well,
or is he a moose?
That was worth.
I thought it was an elk or a moose. Either way, Sven was amazing.
That was totally worth going overtime for.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck, we're overtime. All right. So we'll be back next week on Tuesday. Don't forget our sponsors: AverMedia Gaming, Blue Microphones, and the amazing people at NextLevel TSC. Check out our YouTube page at
NextLevel TSC.
No, I left that blank. I left that blank so that Plant Lamp could just insert it in there in some like super robotic voice.
YouTube.com/NextLevelTSC.
There you go. I don't know if that's actually addressed. Don't quote me on that one. I haven't the faintest idea if it exists.
We don't have a YouTube channel.
All right. Plant Lamp's like, I don't feel like you're paying me enough for that shit.
I don't think we're paying you. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
So, yeah, there we go. Anyway, so I think we're good. I think next week we're going to come back with more stuff, more things. I'm going to see if I can't give myself a water weenie.
And,
I'll put a pen through it.
I'm going to see if I can't get myself to finally pull myself out of this deep depression and actually shower for once in 2021.
PCP.
Hey guys, I've been CupofRobots.
Stands for primary care provider.
And this has been DJBluePDX.
Nope.
And we will see you guys next week, probably, maybe.
Tuesday.
Sure.
6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Central.
Sure.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Fix that in post, you son of a...